Okay, so this isn't really me breaking the news to anybody. It's been around the wheelhouse for a minute now, but um, Masashi Kishimoto, the original creator of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, is set to return as the full-on writer of the Boruto manga. To my understanding, starting with the it says next week, which is when the next chapter drops. Now, does that mean he worked on this chapter? Which, I mean, it would make sense for those of you that are following the manga. This is a huge chapter because it's supposedly the possible quote-unquote death of Naruto. So it would make sense if he did come back for the climax of Naruto's story. And which means he's been working in the shadows the entire time. But, you know, or does that just mean that he's going to be credited starting this coming chapter, but won't be actually working on story material until this next following chapter? My money's on the former, just given on how big the chapter is. But either way, it's freaking hype. The chapter's going to be goated as all hell. I talk a lot of shit about the Boruto anime because it's garbage. That's my opinion. But when it comes to the manga, that manga is pure flames. I'm telling you, that manga is absolute fire. Love the manga to pieces. Which leads me into my other thing I'm going to speak on right quick, and this is going to be a short video. Apparently, the people in Japan aren't really excited that Kishimoto is overtaking it. And with this as well, I'm not the first to cover on this either. But I'm going to echo some of the sentiments that other people said and maybe even be a little bit more brash about it. My opinion on the matter is, well, first I should say, apparently, you know, it's trending globally and it's really popping over here in the West and Europe because, well, you know, we love us some original Naruto. That shit was GOAT status back in the day. You know, forget that One Piece. You know, when Bleach was at its prime, Bleach was good, but it was always Naruto at the top of the game. It was the Dragon Ball of its generation for over here. Oh, but apparently in Japan, for some reason, they're upset that Masashi Kishimoto is coming back. And it's like, alright, so you love the hell out of Naruto. You make it one of the biggest franchises of all fucking time. Granted, a lot of that had to do with the West, but it was still huge as shit in Japan. Then Masashi Kishimoto takes a break. Then he comes back with Samurai 8, which I think was a great story. And if it gotten the time it deserved to really flourish, it could have been as good as Naruto with an even better ending, in my opinion. But, you know, you don't support that, it gets axed. You don't support the Boruto manga, you support the garbage-ass anime, which I get. The anime over there is aimed at the children and the younger generation. That's why it does really well. So you can make that argument there. But still, you support the garbage tier animation that is Boruto, the next generation anime. But you have this superb manga that is on a next level of storytelling. And it's like down in the dumps of like doing less than Samurai 8 was with some volumes in the fucking volume cells. And then you want to fucking go around and bitch and moan because Shueisha's like, hey, bring in the GOAT. We don't like these sales. We need to get some shit popping. Because at the end of the day, that's most likely. I mean, I heard some rumors that apparently, I think it's Okuda or Okida, whatever his name is, the guy that does the story, was rude to someone or something, and that led to him being removed from the fucking writing the story. Something that's fucking stupid. Yeah, I get Japan has their own culture and shit, but unless he did something that was like just really fucked up, that's pretty damn dumb reason to get rid of somebody. I'm just saying. I don't know all the details, but I'm throwing out what I know. But that being said, you know, you don't support Kishimoto's new work, and then you don't support the superior quality of the manga. So Shueisha's like, shit, we know the West love Kishimoto and Naruto. Well, let's bring Kishimoto back and maybe that'll boost the sales of the Boruto manga. And then you want to sit there and start bitching and crying. I want Kishimoto. Shut the fuck up. Last I checked, and granted, yes, anime and manga is your domain. Japan all the way. I love Japan. Okay? But majority of the revenue that nowadays that comes in for your product comes from the rest of the world. It no longer comes from Japan. So when companies are wanting the money, they're going to start looking to other parts of the world if you ain't pulling the mustard. And all the great series, and for Neverworld touched on this when I watched this video earlier, all the great series that have been axed because y'all didn't want to support them over there, like Red Sprite, Demon's Plan. One of my new personal favorites was Bone Collection. That did atrociously bad. I thought it was a wonderful story. Sahara of the Desert was wonderful. I got axed after 4 chapters. You know, all this potential wasted, and y'all want to bitch and moan because the GOAT himself is coming back. The only thing I could understand them having a gripe about is maybe they agree is like, hey, this dude was doing a good job on the manga, and he didn't deserve to get axed off for Kishimoto just because he had a bad day and bad interaction with somebody. If that is the reason why, and they think that he was unfairly axed from his job, then I take back what I said. Because I do think, knowing what I know right now, that he was unfairly axed off his job just because he had a rude interaction. But if it is the way that it seems to be, that they're just pissy because Kishimoto's coming back for some reason, I can't fly with that, dog. That's some bullshit. And all the times that they've had to support great series, and they haven't, especially if Kishimoto's himself, and they've just let it go down the drain, nah, it's time to take a back seat. The rest of the world, for good or worse, is starting to take over on the main scene of being the heart of manga and anime fandom. What do you guys think? You guys excited about Boruto being headed up by the GOAT again? Do you think this dude was unjustly axed from his job? Do you agree with Japan's outcry for Kishimoto taking over? You know, just drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you